Hi guys, what is going on? We are back, and today we are going to discuss the big trade that happened right before the season between the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. So pretty much the trade was closer Craig Kimbrel and Melvin Upton Jr., BJ Upton, whatever you want to call him. They went to the Padres, and to the Braves it was Carlos Quentin, Cameron Maybin, top pitching prospect Matt Wisler, an outfield prospect Jordan Porabek, and the Braves also received the 41st overall pick in the upcoming draft. So we'll look at this trade from both angles. We'll start with the Padres. So in the Padres, they get Craig Kimbrel, who is probably one of, if not the best closer in the game. And because the Padres do not have Houston Street anymore, it definitely helps them close games. And they also get Melvin Upton Jr., who probably will not play for them, or maybe he will, while Myers will play somewhere else. I heard about him going to first base, but Melvin Upton Jr. is pretty much just, they had to take him to get Kimbrel because of his contract. So I think the Padres definitely win this in the short term because they get a closer that will help them compete for the division or the wild card in the World Series if they make it to the playoffs. Now from the Braves angle, they get Carlos Quentin, Cameron Maybin, just two outfielders. I think they DFA'd Quentin already, so someone probably claim where they can trade him eventually. In Maybin, they get a guy that can fill in what Upton brought pretty much. And they also get Matt Wisler, who is a good pitching prospect, and you can never have too many pitching prospects, so that's good. They also get an outfield prospect, so we'll see what he can do. And also get the 41st overall pick, so we'll see if they can turn that into something. So for the Braves, I really like this trade for the Braves in the long run because the one thing that there is no need for on a bad team, which the Braves are projected to be, is a closer. Because if you're not supposed to, if you're not gonna win a lot of games, then there's no point of having a closer. If you're gonna win like 70 games, he could get like 35 saves still, but there's no point in having a closer on a bad team. So if you can get a top pitching prospect like Matt Wisler and a decent outfielder like Cameron Maybin and also the 31st overall pick for him, and you also clear the contract of Melvin Upton Jr., that definitely helps them in the long run. But one of the things I realized with this trade is that the Padres could have avoided all of this if they just kept Houston Street at the deadline last year. Now, obviously, they didn't think they were going to get Matt Kemp and Will Myers and so on and so forth in the offseason and James Shields, but if they just kept Houston Street, obviously Craig Kimbrel is better than Houston Street, but if they just kept Houston Street, they wouldn't have had to make this trade, and they could have used Wisler in the pick and the other prospect and Maybin and Quentin to get some other pieces, or they could have just kept on to them and used them for this season. But all in all, it was a good trade, a good baseball trade. The Padres definitely win the trade now because Kimbrel is going to help way more than the Braves will with Quentin and Maybin. But in the long run, I do think the Braves won because I don't think the Padres won the division or make the playoffs even with Kimbrel. And the Braves get a top pitching prospect in Wisler. They get a top 50 pick at number 41st overall. And they clear the contract of Melvin Upton Jr. So remember, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.